Alright, let's go. So I've been told that this is a very high level game. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. It was an in-house game. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh. 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 Cool. So usually... Oh, there he is. He's playing Shadow Demon this time. That's the guy who requested the game. There he is. So... I'm excited to cast this, because, like I was saying, this guy has usually shown me a couple other games. They've been fun to watch, and then this one's in an immortal in-house game, which really should be exciting. Usually he plays Silencer too, so let's see how this goes. Because you've got PL Grim Bottom, Centaur, Nature's Prophet, Brew. So is your Brewmaster playing mid right now? That's what I want to know. And is this a 4-5 or is this a jungling Nature's Prophet? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. But it should be Ursa. I would have rathered Ursa Ogre, but Ogre's gonna go bottom, and Ogre might just be dead here. Oh yeah. This is looking like first blood unless there's a Gale that slows down this Phantom Lancer, but there is no Gale, there is just Poison Sting. Alright, you know what? That slows enough on that. And the right click damage, the threat of being first blood is certainly enough. Ooh, did he pop a salve on that? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the salve. But here we go. So what are the matchups? It's Mid-Doom, super meta, against Brew, which I've seen before. I've actually seen that matchup. That was recently. We saw it in the EU CIS close qualifiers. And then who's getting farm priority in this lane? It looks like the Centaur's getting farm priority. And the Nature's Prophet's just being a 4. Splitting their farm like this is going to be such a... It's going to be pretty terrible, I'll tell you that much. Like, I think Nature's Prophet could use a lot more farm than this. Like, obviously, if he's, like, in the 5 position, I think that's okay. I don't think he's 5ing with the Grimstroke on the team unless Grimstroke wants to take farm priority away from the Nature's Prophet. In the 4, I'm not really a fan of the Nature's Prophet. More so, I would rather him in a core role over the 5 anyway. Bottom lane, they catch Grimstroke out, and yeah, what, level 1? Now they're both going to hit level 2, so they've got Gale as well as the Ignite. I wouldn't, Bloodlust, you could throw it on this Venomancer and be kind of happy. But we'll go to this stun, and we'll see how that goes. So, bottom. At least for right now. Push back the... Jesus, is this double wave coming in? Yeah, it looks like it. A lot of experience coming through, which means this was definitely a botched pull. Take a look at this top lane. We've got Centaur at 7-0, so yeah, he is taking farm priority. And the Ursa at 9-0. Compared to the Phantom Lancer's 8-1. Ooh. Alright. We'll take that. Boots go down. It's only a little over a minute. That's going to be a problem. Two-man stun. That'll keep the Prophet alive. Just throw some right clicks here at the Ursa. He's still dealing with the South, so he's okay. But the Shadow Poison comes in, and there will be a kill there on the Nature's Prophet. So he threw some right clicks. It really is not going to deter him. So just a little early back and forth. Venomancer taking some damage from the Stroke of Fate, but they've got Venomancer low. They're looking for the Inkswell to go in on this, but he's already just so low. They fight, which I think is a problem. If he can get one more Stroke of Fate off and hit this, then he'll get the kill. But able to survive with the 1. My math is wrong, and they get both kills in this bottom lane. Already a 1k lead. the in-game caster saying it is pretty even. Yeah. I would agree. For the in-game obs. Let me just... I hope this is okay. Let me take a look at the obs. No. Okay, so he's not using smooth obs. At least it didn't look like he was using smooth obs. That was already just too fast and not looking that great. So 4-0, like that's a great start. All your lanes are going well. I would say the only thing that's not that amazing is the Ursa's CS is kind of slowed down. Whereas Phantom Lancer, even though he's died, has more CS. Ursa's only got a Quelling Blade and 2 branches at this point. What's his net worth? Is he just spending all his gold on regen? Yeah, that's really bad. They kill off the Grimstroke. They look for the Phantom Lancer, but the Inkswell allows him to turn this around and get a kill on the Ogre Magi. If he could get a second on this Venomancer, that would really turn this around. Salve popped and chasing. Now Phantom Lancer the one in trouble. Doesn't have Doppelganger for 8 seconds. The right click's coming in, and he's got himself the Venomous Gale hitting, so he's dead. The commitment was onto the Plague Ward, which I think he should have just committed onto the Venomancer, if anything, but then ended up losing his life, where Venomancer was able to turn it around. If you're going to commit there, I think you just go for the kill, and then if you die, you die, but running away like that is definitely not the way to go about it. Either you go in, or maybe pull the eject on that a little bit earlier. Fate onto the Ogre. Brewmaster's made his way over mid. Does have the Primal Split. If they want to make more of this, they've only got level 3 in the Grimstroke. He's still with the Venomous Gale, and the Poison Sting continues to be laid on. Doom out onto the Brew, and now he can't even get the Primal Split off, so these heroes are both going to die. Doom makes the rotation later than that of the Brewmaster, and it ends up being beneficial for him. Poison Nova came out, Venomous Gale as well as the stun. Phantom Lancer's in trouble. Phantom Lancer's just dead. So this turns into 4 kills because they got the Nature's Prophet up towards the top lane, and they are really running away with this one. 10-1 already. Jeez. I mean, this is aggression all over the map for the side of the Dire, and a really good move from the Doom. That first Doom ends up getting a kill. Boost you up. You've got the Devour at level 4. He's top of the net worth. No surprise. This is what happens with a mid-Doom. Basically every day of the week, unless you get just dumpstered mid, and that is usually not the case. So finally treads get delivered, which we saw the boots die in the courier earlier, the Nature's Prophet. It's about, you know, the only thing that's going right for them so far. And Venomancer just keeps fighting into this. It looks like they will get the kill into the Venomancer finally. I say that though, he hops into the trees, pops the wand, gets away. One more Spirit Lance to get the kill. Finally, it's a 5-time Spirit, which is a good amount of gold. Inkswell put into the Phantom Lancer, but he's not going to dive the tower. TP's available for everybody. But you just watch the net worth of the Doom kind of skyrocket. Disruption, the jump forward from the Ursa. Looks for the stun, lands it. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Horu low on mana, so doesn't have any more Shadow Poison to throw to get those stacks up. And that'll pop. So Centaur pops a salve. A lot of gold still being spent on regen here for this Ursa. You can see where his net worth lays, and it's just not in a good spot. Despite the fact that they're up 2k, a lot of that is on the Doom. The Doom has got Devour. The Doom can really pull away from the Brewmaster in lane in terms of net worth. He's 1,300 up. Like, that's where your split is. And you know, the split in the supports. So basically, it's just mid and supports that have more gold. They need to open space for this Ursa because his game is just not going well. I think that's good for the Radiant. You know, Ursa's game not going well. Phantom Lancer having a good time so far. And obviously, Ursa, I would say, is a little bit more early game oriented, where he wants to be on the move with his early arsenal. But he's not really going to have that if, you know, his lane continues to be this poor. And they're going to get a kill into the Shadow Demon with the Stampede. Good Sprout You have a Quelling Blade, but I think chopped the wrong tree to get in on that. So now he'll chase the Centaur, but like this is, you know, the entire time CS just gone. And he's not gaining much for his troubles. Oh, do I have Edge Pan on? Is that why it's pulling away? Get off real quick. Mid. Take a look. Down goes Brew again. I believe that was with Doom. And they're going to just get the kill into the Grimstroke. Nature's Prophet comes over, and I think they could just get this kill too. They don't actually have Infernal Blade, and they're out of mana on the Ogre, so their lockdown's a little bit in jeopardy. But they do have the Shadow Demon here. They actually have him surrounded with the trees. So they should have the damage. They should get the kill. 4 stacks of Shadow Poison. You just got to hope that your Doom doesn't die. And there's the disruption to get the tower aggro off him. And now Doom's out leveling this mid-brew. Like, everything is going right for this Doom in the moment. This is great for the Doom. Doom's having a perfect game. 3-0-2, went over bottom, got a couple of kills. They got a bunch of kills over mid. He's involved. Ogre, you know, he's 1-1-9, involved in 10 of the 13 kills already. So Ogre's really getting around. Okay, and Royal Jelly, like, your game can't get much better. That goes to the Ursa, that goes to the Doom, no surprise. This should help Ursa out, who's been struggling in lane, maybe feel a little bit more confident. But even then, he's only level 7 to the Phantom Lancer. Just level 7 as well, but you can see the net worth is favoring the Phantom Lancer. The thing is, like, both safe laners are having a hard time, but this off-lane Venomancer is having a good time right now, has the hood. Continues to just be, you know, oh my god, what's the experience lead? Okay. It's about 3k. Going into that pipe early on, and then of course the Battle Fury for this Ursa if he ever gets there. Come down onto the Centaur. They've got themselves the ult, so there it is. You see Demonic Purge out onto the Centaur. Sprout's not going to do anything because he's got that Earth Shock. They've got the kill onto the Brew for a 3rd time. They get the kill onto the Centaur. Big for Ursa to get that kill. It's an influx of gold. That's a kill for him, and you need to push quicker and quicker into this Battle Fury, as now they end up losing the Ogre. This fight's still raging on. They've got the Nature's Prophet coming over with the Phantom Lancer and the Grimstroke, but they can't kill the Doom. They get the Ogre. Really, though, Ogre is a sacrificial lane that you're okay with. He's half the deaths on his team. Venom's already taking your 2-1 bottom. This game is 5k lead. Stampede gets used, and Ursa, I don't know why he's here. I didn't see how that kind of played out, but that is, wow, double back to the Midas. That is Greed City for this Doom, and I think super unnecessary, but he's going Radiance. Okay. That's crazy. That is honestly so ridiculous.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Honestly, quite nuts. Centaur, they're looking to go. They've got Disruption. They'll just hit him with the Demonic Purge. Here comes the Ogre. Soulbind Silence on a 2. I think they still get this kill into the Centaur, but the double Sprout outlocks him up, and all of a sudden the Brewmaster's up here. So I've misspoken. They've going into the Primal Split. They look over at the Nature's Prophet. They're just getting kited around. Ursa needs to be careful. Now he's by himself over in this fight. They've got the Sprout coming over now as the Doom as well as the Ogre. And it's really the Doom who you need to be afraid of. You got the kill into the Shadow Demon. He's got Doom up available in 11 seconds. The Primal Split doesn't really get them much except for the kill into the Shadow Demon. And I think if Doom comes back up, and if they had the Ursa, they would have been able to fight there. But now Doom needs to run. They lose a 3rd on this Ogre, despite the fact that the stun comes in and locks up the Centaur. And Doom's staying very long. He should have just backed up to his tower. What? Phantom Lancer dying bottom solo to the Venomancer? That can't happen. Infernal Blade out onto the Nature's Prophet with the Scorched Earth. They'll get that kill. And now they'll look over the Centaur, who will try to run. Doom was used. And they could chase him. They could chase him past the tower. Did they Doom?
Is under attack.
I didn't see who they doomed, but they did use it. I'll say it wasn't on that Nature's Prophet because he was TPing out.
None on this stage shrink from a fight. Radiant's middle tower.
So it stays at a 5k lead. Again, I think this Midas is a bit greedy. Nature's Prophet gets spotted, so there's the disruption. Doom's gonna get another kill because he's got the Infernal Blade and the Scorched Earth going. Like, he is just getting kills all over the map. They have Primal Split, but do you want to use it in a fight like this? I just don't think this is a fight that's going to go beneficially for you, unless they get the stun, they've got the Ink Swell, they'll look for the kill onto the Doom, they use the Primal Split, they'll take him out. That's 5x3 out of the hands of the Doom. They've lost the Grimstroke. Now Shadow Demon on the run. Looks like they'll be able to kill the Ogre. But every time I say this, I seem to be wrong. I've been Caster's Cursing all game so far, and we're 15 minutes in. They use the Demonic Purge, they go up to the Centaur, they start to turn this around. Brewmaster back to form, the TP attempt. Ooh, Wrath of Nature gets the kill onto the Ogre, and now Ursa's sitting low. Uses the Enrage, double damage runs out. Nature's Prophet coming over, they're looking for this Ursa. They've got Sprout to block his path, the TP attempt. Do they have the damage? No, they don't. Just a little bit of health to stay alive, but look at the net worth starting to dip back towards the Radiant favor. And I think, again, it goes back to the fact that this Ursa doesn't even have Battle Fury yet. He has, I'm sorry to say, nothing.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Doom's trying to make everything he can work. I think being in by yourself is just throwing away your advantage, and that's him buying out of the Blink Dagger. But that, to me, is a wasted death. That's a wasted death, because that's giving away, you know, you're the high priority target, you're the highest net worth player, and you should know that. You're the Doom, so, you know, you're getting Devour Goat. You know that you should be ahead with things going as well as they are, and you've given up your life, I think, for a second time in a row, which is poor. So, 3k lead, 19-11, 30 kills. We're averaging about 2 kills a minute at the moment. Or just under, because obviously we're over 30 now. We'll smoke up. Doom's got Doom ready to go, so if they can find the Brewmaster or even the Phantom Lancer, I mean, obviously the Phantom Lancer is tough if you get the Doom out on the wrong PL. Oh, he's running right up to you. Oh, you should have doomed him. I think he wanted to. He still got the right one. They get the kill. Wrath of Nature flies in, but wow. Luck of the draw, maybe? That was kind of impressive. I was impressed. But, yeah, I'm impressed pretty easily. Not gonna lie. I think I'm impressed by CSing. I get impressed so easily. Somebody said this once in chat, and it was like one of those things where it's just like, B-Cup is like a dog. He just gets excited at everything, and he wags his tail at CS. And I'm like, that's a complete accurate description of who I am. Battle Fury, 18 minutes into the game. So Ink Swell onto the Centaur. They go after the Ogre. Shadow Poison being thrown their way, but Ogre still with that 9 armor running. Literally unkillable. Even though he's died 4 times. Centaur neutral. All of a sudden being a boy for the Dire. Venomous Gale gets thrown forward. They've got the Soul Bind. Poison Nova comes in. They'll use the Primal Split. They'll go after the Venomancer. They go to the back line. They land the stun. That multi-cast kill off the Grimstroke. They get the kill to the Venomancer. Now they look over at the Ogre. They'll take it a second. But here comes the Doom. Doppelganger trying to get some distance. Infernal Blade thrown. Phantom Lancer in trouble. With a little bit of health, it's not going to be enough. They get the kill to lose the Doom, though. And they hit up this Shadow Demon with the Hoof Stomp from the Centaur. Double Edge comes in. Here comes the Nature's Prophet. One more right click. Brewmaster gets yet another kill. 4 dead on the side of the Dire. On top of which, again, all of a sudden, this Brewmaster, he got an Ultra kill. He is 8-3. He's going into the Radiant, something that Doom wanted to do. But I think, wisely so, switched off of it. So things looking good for the Radiant. Like, they're only down 3k. Again, I think the Ursa, who's now in front of the Phantom Lancer, needed this kind of time, but it does not feel great. You know, needing all this time. When Nature's Prophet, one shot from dead, he ends up going down. Doom not used on that. He still has it. He would love to get it down onto probably this Phantom Lancer, but he's been pretty loose to just throwing it. They'll use the Stampede, the Soulbind comes in, as well as the Silence from the Phantom's Embrace. Stun, Centaur gone, now looking over the Grimstroke. Infernal Blade hits, well, Infernal Blade 3. And there's the War Stomp from the Devoured Centaur 3. So, a couple of kills there for the Dire. They extended to a 6k lead. Poison Nova used. Nature's Prophet here with Primal Split being used. Phantom Lancer comes in. They get the kill onto the Venomancer. They're still holding that Doom. So how far forward do you want to go? They'll find the Ogre, and it looks like Dire are just going to allow the Ogre to die so they can leave. I think that's okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, these guys are... no surprise, much better than myself. But I think if you know me, you know that that's obvious.
Invisibility.
So, still continuing on here at 6k lead, and I think it's just being kind of continuous, I believe, thus far. Doomed up. Didn't even have the Primal Split going into the Radiance. They're going to try and save the Brewmaster as he's very close to the Radiance, but Infernal Blade hits, and they've got the damage to get the kill. They bring over a couple of these heroes. They don't hit the Inks, while they have the Silence from the Phantom's Embrace out onto the Doom, which finally comes back to the Grimstroke. They'll TP out. The Nature's Prophet are look to do so. Infernal Blade hits, stops the TP, so now he's stuck. Soulbind onto 2, as well as the Phantom's Embrace. They have the Disruption coming through out onto the Phantom Lancer Illusion. Doom in trouble, chase down, Inkswell hits, they get the kill into the Doom, they look over the rest of the Ursa trying to come in and do something, but Shadow Demon falls, 2 heroes dead to the side of the Dire, they look over the Phantom Lancer, but they can't land the Sun on the right one. Veno now zoning back 2 heroes, yo, look at what he's able to accomplish, kills the Grimstroke, going after the Centaur, they've taken out the Phantom Lancer, and it looks like they'll lose the Centaur, so this goes really well for the Dire, as you can just see Venomancer zoning 2, killing 2, and very happy to do so. Wow.
Regeneration.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So far, so good. Three times multicast on the Ignite. What does Ogre have? I know he went to that Midas looking for the multicast. Venomancer moving forward. Inkswell not gonna land. Venomancer in trouble. Poison Nova comes in. The Silence is a little late. You get the kill. He's dead for 60.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
God. Still get the kill in the Grimstroke. You'll get the Poison Sting. The fact that Poison was just doing so much damage. I know Split gets used, but look at this. He's by himself. They need to re-engage on the Radiant side. Phantom Lancer. Looking to go in. They find the Ursa. Ursa looks over to try and go into the Nature's Prophet, but getting locked up. They've got the Silencing and Rage is used early. That's going to run out. 1 for 1.
Invisibility.
Disruption. Oh, Brewmaster doomed up, killed again. He can't get to this Radiance. That's frustrating.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just cannot get that Radiance. Bottom lane, Prophet trying to get in onto this tower. What does he have right now? I wish I could click on him. There we go. Orchid and Drums. Sitting higher than a Centaur who was getting farm priority. Ogre's got 7k gold, of course, with that Midas. Feels like the sports are having a bit of a turbo game. Except for the Grimstroke. Go for the Ogre, they're gonna Doppelganger back. Finally, the Radiance is finished. Doom finishes off the Shivas. And just lands onto the Centaur. First time he pops it. Soulbind is there, and now they'll try to turn this. This could be a really good fight for the Radiant. They're going to jump in with the Ursa. Dire, though, losing a lot of health so far. They finally kill up the Centaur. They'll buy back on the Nature's Prophet. A lot of these heroes sitting low. Can they get a kill on any of them? The Ursa takes out the Grimstroke. They've taken out 2. But again, they need to be careful. Down goes Ogre, looking over, Doom is next. They've got the kill, but Phantom Lancer low, and he ends up dead. That's a big commitment now from the Radiant. If they didn't lose the Phantom Lancer, this is probably worth it. But now Brewmaster needs to make his way out, so they'll Cyclone up the Ursa. They'll go for this kill onto the Venomancer to have the damage. Drunken Brawler, a little Cinder Brew on him. But it's just the Brew, and with it being just the Brew, eventually he'll die, and it's a 4 for 2. $14,000 on the net worth lead. And now Ursa leads the net worth. Like, Ursa had such a bad start to this game, and then he got the Battle Fury at about 20 minutes. Or at 17 minutes. So in those 10 minutes since, he's gotten Sanjin Yasha, Basher, and 2k plus gold. And it's just Radiant. We're looking to farm on the Phantom Lancer. Like, he's had all this time to farm, and he doesn't even have anything past the Manta. He's gonna finish the Diffusal here, but still, it's pretty bad how the Phantom Lancer's net worth has pretty much halted. So going for Roche. Nobody here to stop this. There it is. They'll Stampede off this, maybe trying to retaliate. They just can't. The Stampede gets used, Stampede gets wasted. They can't really retaliate on this. Unfortunate. What does the Ogre have now? Ghost Scepter. Is he going? Is he gonna go E-Blade? Just Midasing creeps.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Right click's coming in on the tower. Oh, just great job by the Doom. Shiva's Doom looking forward. Right click's coming in. And down goes the Brood. They should be able to literally just high ground this.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is fallen. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. So they break the base. About 30 minutes into the game, there should be a set of racks too. They don't have the Brewmaster. He doesn't buy back. Losing your tier 2, I don't know if you... I think it's worth it just to get the racks. And I guess they'll still get it. They've got the Ursa there. They'll use the Doom as well as the Shadow Demon. And there's the kill. So I think he maybe could have committed on the racks. But now Nature's Prophet dead for 70.
Radiant's middle barracks are
You have the Aegis. I think pushing is definitely a viable option.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I'm not trying to say this game is unwinnable for the Radiant, but 20k behind in this situation, Phantom Lancer not really farming that well. It has become a problem. Like now he's got the Refusal. If they can fight off that, yeah, maybe. I think the only way back is, what, level 25 and potentially having that Doppelganger, but in the second you get doomed, you're just dead. And he needs more items. He needs to really start outputting more damage. Shiva's used. Infernal Blade, Grimstroke, he's dead. Doom this entire game has just been able to run at everybody. He's 11, 5, and 11. There's a couple times where he's just been in by himself. And this has been... you know, just a slaughter. Venomancer moving forward, just putting Plague Wards down. Nobody can really go after him. They'll have these creeps push in, and then they'll go for the mid set of racks. They can go for the mid tier or bottom tier 2 as well. They still have the top tier 1 standing. But quite honestly, I just think you push an end. What's the buyback situation like? Yeah, just the Doom, Ogre, and Grimstroke. Like, win a fight here. Ooh, did Phantomizer just get his? No, it's Venomancer who just got his. And Horu. Poison Nova gets used. Centaur getting low up top. BKB has been popped here by the Doom, who's just about to have this Ags. So they use Doom on that. They get the kill onto the Centaur. He's not... Huh, it looked like he wasn't going to commit, but he backed off, blinked forward, and now he's just right on top of him. So Infernal Blade. And, well, that's why you don't hold the Infernal Blade. Okay. I'm going to find Grimstroke, though. And that's the mid-set rounds.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Group's pushing in bottom. They got the tier 2. They'll go for the tier 3. They'll buy back on the Grimstroke. They're going to try and hold. Midas comes in. Double multicast. Going in onto the Ursa. Or at least trying to. Soulbind. Now, he still has this Aegis. And luckily he used it there, because it was just about the timeout. They lose the Venomancer, they'll use the Primal Split, they'll start to try and hold. BKB's been popped by the Ursa. They don't have Doom to work with, but the Bash is out. New Basher for the Phantom Lancer gets him before he was able to TP away, and instead of fighting, they try to run in a situation that I think, honestly, they could have just fought in. Stomp. And the kill on the Shadow Demon. They lose 3 going onto the high ground for the bottom set. Ooh.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Prophet trying to fight the Doom. But now here comes the Phantom Lancer, so it's not a fair fight anymore. War Stomp, Infernal Blade up, but surrounded by Sprout, pops the BKB, tries to run, but the Basher is there. Doom gonna die. All of a sudden, Phantom Lancer starting to take over the game.
Regeneration.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So I think maybe getting a little too comfortable moving forward. Ogre gets silenced, Force Staff back. He'll get onto the high ground, he's okay. Has the TP available. Now the Orphan's out, Phantom Lancer in, Poison Nova used. This is a problem for the Venomancer. PL's just starting to take over the game, you can see it. They aren't able to stop the Nature's Prophet from TPing out. They've got the Son of the Shadow Demon, Soulbind onto the Earth, so they get the kill on the Venomancer. They've lost 2 on the side of the Dire. Let's see if they can get any more. Phantom Lancer ends up dead to the Earth, so they look over at the Ogre. That's going to be a third, so 1 for 3. Ursa's still moving in. He's getting slowed up a little bit for going for this, but still able to take out the Centaur. Shadow Demon right here. Primal Split used. They've got the silence, the disruption from the Shadow Demon, keeping Ursa alive. Force Staff back, has Enrage in just a second, but he's silenced, and the Wrath of Nature gets the kill. So blink forward from the Brewmaster, but a 4 times multicast. Soul caught. Doom coming over. Oh, Shiva's on the edge. Hits. Infernal Blade. Should be a dead Brew. And it will be.
Almighty Monday.
Phantom Lancer dead with no buyback, but you could see that this has become a struggle for the Dire, where Phantom Lancer gets the Basher, and he's almost got the Abyssal Blade to the point where it's a lot closer than it was. Refresher for the Doom. I mean, he's super farmed. Venomancer's super farmed. You're still out farming them by a ton. I guess a lot of that's on the support of Brimstroke difference there. Shadow Demon just farming as much as he can. We should really start checking out the levels. You're about to hit 20 here on the Shadow Demon. I think Soul Catcher cooldown would be good to have. Make it a 15-second cooldown. Shadow Poison. Make it a 1.25-second cooldown, so basically cutting it in half. Could do that as well, but you didn't go to the Shadow Poison damage, you went to movement speed, so Soul Catcher probably the play. Spell Prism's great. Puts Doppelganger on a 10-second cooldown. If he kept if he kept it, it would have put it down even further from a 10-second cooldown. Excuse me, but he still keeps the Paladin Sword because he doesn't have any lifesteal. Could pick some up with the Satanic if he wanted to. Is that Spell Prism gonna go? Yeah, with a Brew. Okay, Primal Split on a 96-second cooldown. 8/8 on the Cinder Brew. If Brewmaster gets to level 25, he should just pick up some damage. Because I've seen it before, and the plus 120% Drunken Brawler crit strike damage is disgusting. 360% crit. I saw General do it where he just picks up a Divine Rapier and goes. And like, was unkillable. I think in this game, though, it's a little bit more difficult because obviously the Doom is there. You don't want yourself to, you don't want to get caught out. Exactly like this. Doom comes in, Havoc Hammer, he'll start to run with the Stampede, but there's the stun. And they'll be able to go after this brew and I believe kill him. He gets denied by the Nature's Prophet. They go after the Ogre. BKB's been popped very early by the Doom. There's the Poison Nova. They get the kill into the Grimstroke. So 2 dead without buyback. They could go towards Roche. Exactly what they will do.
The spirit of the first bear burns immortal in me.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Satanic next for the Ursa. Doom. Obviously we saw he was going into the Refresher. I don't know if Scotty's the call here.
What the just happened? What the
Dire's
just
middle
happened?
tower is under attack.
19k lead. Aegis in the hands of the Dire. Looking for the Satanic and the Abyssal Blade on this Ursa. Wootless Shaco, Ninja Gear, 40 minutes. So they'll pick up the tier 4 items. They'll try to go after this Ogre, but 4 staff away, and he's able to just leave the situation. Satanic finally finished. Doom getting very close onto that. Refresher has Midas, passive Midas, massive Pitus. Just Midas, anything. There we go. Ogre's got a bunch of gold. 4,000 gold saved up. I mean, you could go Ags if you want that double stun. Always fun. And again, you know, the 25s are coming out, goes into the Doppelganger cooldown. Brewmaster, not 25 yet, but about to be. Ursa's 26. That level 25 was the AoE Urshock, which I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but it's stupid. It's disgustingly dumb. Look at this. He'll use it. I want to say on these. Look at that. Look at that. It's so dumb. It's one of the like most ridiculous ones in the game, in my opinion. The Fire Blast damage would be really good if you get an Ags here. I'm such a big advocate of Ags 25 Ogre. Like, you get to this point where you're about to be 25, and you're just... Oh, he went Primal Split cooldown? I am very disappointed. Havoc Hammer comes in, Soulbind's out. They've got the Abyssal Blade coming in for the Phantom Lancer. They'll go forward for this. The BKB's been popped. The Inkswell pops onto the Ogre Magi. They get the kill on a 1. They'll look for the Doom, and that is on the Centaur. So Centaur, he's already used the Stampede. I don't think it matters. They've got the stun locked down to kill off this Doom. They've taken out 3. They don't have buyback on 2. All of a sudden, that fight goes very poorly from the Dire, and they were the ones who aggressed on it. They're going to look for the Venomancer. TP forward from the Nature's Prophet. Trying to spot him, so now they have vision and trying to get away, but there's this Sprout. E-Blade thrown forward. Still trying to survive. 4 staffs aplenty as well as a blink. Does make the great escape Gwen Stefani's
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
and they're just going to go for the tier 2 mid and take it.
Dire's
God.
middle tower is no more.
Nova gets used, jumping in. See if this ends up being worth it for them. They buy back on the Doom. He goes into the Inferno Blade. He looks over the Nation's Prophet. Pops the BKB. They've got the Cyclone. So now that you've bought back, you have to get something from this. And Brew might be the one you get. He's trying to run. And eventually... Stun on the Ursa. Stampede used. He's got a lot of distance. He'll turn back to form, blink away just in time. And there's another 4 staff and a second. Jeez. So I end up taking the tier 2, and you can see how powerful they are and how it feels like Dire have kind of lost their grasp on this game, despite the fact that they have, well, let it go. Kind of blinked on that statement. Aegis expires, 15k lead, doesn't feel like it matters anymore. I'd say a lot of that is just on the fact that the Ogre and the Shadow Demon are very farmed. Would love to see Shadow Demon get to that level 25, have those 2 charges of the Disruption. Ogre, I'd like to see get there as well. Venomancer comes into the 25 and has the Plague Ward HP and damage, not the Poison Nova AoE. I'm sure only 18, so the experience should still benefit the Dire, yeah, by quite a bit. Prophet goes to the TP cooldown, that'll be good for him. Visibly used, Doom in trouble, and now we'll pop the BKB, but that really doesn't matter when he's on top of you and can continue to bash you up. They've got the dust, they have the control, the Havoc Hammer pushes them away, but the Disruption will only extend the inevitable. And I say that, but he gets a blink out. I'm honestly shocked. He makes it out of this one. They go for the Centaur, they pop the BKB, they've got the Soulbind, they have to work in tandem now. PL getting just stunned up. They've got the Doom onto the Nature's Prophet. They get the kill on the Shadow Demon as well as the Ogre. They'll find the Nature's Prophet. He's dead for 100. Down goes Grimstroke. Another Doom used on the Centaur, so both Dooms come out, and it will grant them 2 kills. So a 3 for 2. Abyssal Blade used, but can they get the kill on either the Brute or the Phantom Lancer? They need to focus somebody. And they just can't find either. BKB. Cyclone on the Ursa. Running back up. And they're not going to be able to do anything with this if, they don't put the pressure on. Meanwhile, top's getting pushed in. But without the Ogre and the Shadow Demon, it feels like
gold and sweet.
It feels like, you really can't.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We have a coin.
Doom up towards top. They're not doing a good job of keeping those Plague Ward pressure on, or keeping the Plague Ward pressure on bottom.
Double damage!
Certainly going to need to continue doing this.
Almighty money.
Roche up in 2.5, so a long Roche that they could wait for it. Could be Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard or Aegis Cheese Ag's Blessing. We'll see which one it ends up being. I mean, that would be nice for the Ogre. He's got no problem hoping to get that, but Ursa too, Ag's always nice. Or even the Shadow Demon. Three charges of the Demonic Purge. I'd say Shadow Demon. That being said, here for the Radiant side. Remaster. Silent Spout. Primal Split. Of course, he's got the cooldown, so only 44-second cooldown with a duration of 20 seconds, so it's a 24-second downtime. Doom on the Phantom Lancer. Can they follow this up, though? Force Staff saying he's back, but they should take this moment to press. Top getting pushed in by the Centaur. They use the Guardian Greaves. They are not focusing their attention on any of these buildings. They are open to take. Looking for another Basher. Or another Abyssal. Down goes the range axe. So hoping that you get the melee racks. In a situation like this, they're also just going to clean up top. But they put the Doom on the Phantom Lancer and they just don't pressure that opportunity at all. And Scout comes in. Venomancer now in trouble, surrounded, hit with the Abyssal Blade. Doom comes forward looking for a Doom target. And now he's soulbound. Gets the Doom out onto the Centaur. And they lose the Venom. Stroke of Fate hits. He's silenced up. Trying to run. Stun onto the Phantom Lancer. Shadow Poison being thrown forward, but that's really all he can do. Doom, there's not much more in his arsenal to throw out. Blink. Forward from this Brew. And the Abyssal Blade that he just finished off. That's out onto the Doom. They get the kill into this Nature's Prophet. They lose the Doom. They'll buy back on the Nature's Prophet. BKB's been popped, as well as the Abyssal Blade coming out into the Ursa. Phantom Lancer sits low. He starts to back off. Phantom Lancer, he doesn't have a Satanic, but he does have the lifesteal of this Paladin sword, so going in, he should feel a little bit safe. The Inkswell doesn't land on the Shadow Demon, but the Stroke Fate hits the Ogre as well as the Shadow Demon. They move forward. They've got the Bash. They'll get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. They'll take him out for 85 seconds with buyback. They'll use it immediately and try and TP into the Outpost. They got the Primal Split. They go after the Venomancer, and now Nature's Prophet looking to help kill this Ursa. Here comes the Phantom Lancer out onto the Ogre. He's dead for 2 minutes. Now they look over at the Ursa, and they've got the control. They have the heroes. They'll get the kill. They'll take him out for 100. He's got buyback. Venomancer's next. Down he goes. Grimstroke, the last one to die. So, 6K lead, and Ursa has buyback, but his team does not. And Phantom Lancer now hitting like a bus, as I believe he is going for the Satanic. Satanic. Force Staff onto the high ground, pressure out over bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Whiff, but Shadow Demon does get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. He might lose his life for this. There's the Abyssal, and there's the kill, dead for 2 minutes. They were able to get the first set of racks, but now, since then, things have really fallen apart. Primal Split gets used, and now it's just the BKB to run, but he's got that basher. If he gets bashed once, like, all of a sudden, Doom's in trouble. And there it is. There's the bash. They go for the Ursa. They've got themselves a Cyclone, and Doom's just dead. Dead for 100 seconds, and will buy back. The pressure coming in from the Radiant. They're trying to hold. They've got the Cyclone that'll hold up the Ogre Magi. They're reached together in the Soul Bind. Grimstroke doing a lot of work here. He's able to survive with the Glimmer Kick. They go forward. They're out of mana on the Ursa. He's getting low. He'll end up dead. Or I say that. He's fighting for now. Finally falls. Has buyback. Brewmaster next. He's got buyback. He'll use it too. Guardian Greaves come out. Doom just bought back. He's dead for 2 minutes. They're trying to hold. They go up to Phantom Lancer. This could really stop the push. Phantom Lancer, does he have buyback? Yeah, he's got buyback. He was just taking this on 3v1, but finally Venomous Scout comes in, and he'll end up dead. Gem on the deck. They've lost themselves the bottom racks, or at least the bottom melee and the mid melee. Meanwhile, Roche is up with an Ag's Blessing. They really need this Aegis. They really need this Ag's Blessing.
Immortality.
He picks up and takes the Ag's Blessing, and it puts in Rage on an 18-second cooldown, Which I guess in this situation, yeah, that works. But at the same time, it feels kind of meh.
Thanks are in order.
Just because I would be a big advocate for Shadow Demon getting that
It's
axe.
a Venomancer enhancer. Illusion.
So 7K lead. Saw the net worth get back to even, but now the lead, of course, coming in from the Ag's Blessing. Anybody level 30 yet? Ursa 29, Phantom Lancer, he's just about to hit 30. Bruce getting close too. Doom only 28. So his lifeline in this game's kind of slowed down.
Under attack.
Doom used on the Nature's Prophet. Wrath of Nature comes in, does a lot of damage though. Use the Stampede, here comes the Venomancer. Right click's coming through, and with the E-Blade, they'll get the kill onto the Nature's Prophet. Dead for 98 seconds. I was gonna say 79, hold on. Backwards talk there. Heart for the Centaur, try to make him unkillable. Butterfly next for the Ursa. Hex for the Shadow Demon. Butterfly for the Ursa. All coming in, and Phantom Lancer now at that level 30 marker, so getting close to it, but still ways out. They're going to try and push out bottom, while top gets pushed in by the Phantom Lancer as well as the Centaur.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
So melee racks are gone, so even out these lanes. Hex comes through onto the Phantom Lancer as well as the Centaur. Ogre trying to have some control here and make sure that they can save themselves from getting hit with the racks down top. Doom used onto the Phantom Lancer. He's going to try and run. Havoc Hammer pushes them back. Ogre goes to the low ground with a 4-staff. They've got the 4 times multicast, and that means they've got the kill. Wow. I believe Ogre took the damage, and that is a lot on that Fire Blast. Grimstroke goes down inside the base. We take a look. Phantom Lancer buys back. Use the Abyssal out onto the Ursa. Slowed him down with the Diffusal. Which is that? 480 per Fire Blast. Hit 4 times. It's about 2,000 damage.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I think it's 1,920 damage.
Almighty money.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
What's crazy is the Radiant have just never gotten the outpost back. We're at about an hour. We're about to hit those tier 5 items. If you're Radiant, you don't try to take any of those uncomfortable fights. I think you 2 minutes till tier 5s. I think those are, those throw net worth out of the game here. 40k net worth for the Ursa too. Oh my god. Has Boots SNY in his backpack, and I think having the SNY in his backpack and not selling it's perfect, because if they get to the tier 5s, they could just, if he gets Trident, he could just take back. Primal Split, Soulbind, Silence onto 2. Now they've got the Abyssal Blade. That hits both of them. Poison Nova gets used by the Venomancer breaking in. They've used the Stampede. They're going to try and get on top of these heroes. They've got the Ursa low. And the Ursa now with without the Aegis. I believe it just expired. So it's actually in a bad spot. Centaur ends up dead. He's got buyback. They'll get the kill into the Grimstroke. He doesn't. So 2 heroes are gone on the side of the Radiant, but they buy back on the Centaur. They've got themselves the damage out of the Nature's Prophet, but he's able to return back to base safely. Abyssal used again onto the Ursa. Ursa saved the disruption. Nature's Prophet needs to back off. They go back in onto the Ursa. Cops the BKB, trying to run. Stun through onto the Centaur. Locks him up. 4 times multicast. A lot of damage coming into the Centaur. Is super tanky. Mega Creeps are here for the Dire side. And now can they hold? Moving forward, he doesn't have a Doom to throw. Refresher, though, off cooldown in 6 seconds, so in a second he will. Doom, though, getting controlled, gets bashed up. Disruption again from the Shadow Demon, saves his life. That's keeping the Dire fight alive. They go after the Centaur. They've got the Hex, multi-casted on a bunch of heroes. They get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. They take out the Centaur. There's 3 heroes. Then the buyback gets used by the Nature's Prophet. They got the Phantom Lancer back in the base, even though he's doomed. He runs out for a second, uses that Phantom Rush, blink away from the Doom, and it won't actually get him onto the low ground. He'll eat the cheese, the Diffusal is used, they've got the Abyssal Blade coming in from the Brewmaster, they've got the damage, they'll get the kill, the Nature's Prophet TP's forward, 4-step in, and now they've got the Sprout around the Ogre. They've silenced him up, Brewmaster here, as well as the Phantom Lancer, he's Ghost Sceptered, but not safe. He ends up dead, he's got buyback, and all of a sudden, they're up against the wall, up against the Mega Creeps. And Tier 5 items are available. Did take that outpost back bottom, so they get a lot of experience coming their way. Ursa at 30, Venno at 30. He goes into that Ag's Blessing, has the Guardian Greaves as well as the Octarine Core. Almost 30 for the Doom. Ballista. Ex Machina. And that's good for the Centaur. Fallen Sky for the Venomancer.
Coin.
See who takes that. And it's the Doom that takes that over the Havoc Hammer, and I think that's a good choice. They should try to just get these tier 5s. Literally all they want, or literally all they should want, is these tier 5s. Force Boots for the Ursa. He might even keep those, yeah. You know, that's a lot of movement speed for the bear. Now moving at 467 movement speed. Woodland Striders. So I think both teams down to one more tier 5. Oh, Stygian Desolator. And there's the Trident. Oh my god. Is he going to keep the Force Boots? He's got Sanjin Yasha. Okay. Sends him back. And he should be getting the Trident. Yeah, buys the Kaya. Has the Trident on its way. And the actual best item drops last for him. I mean, this thing is disgustingly good. And on top of that, it opens up a slot for him to get another item. Or really just have the Aegis. 30 strength, 30 agi, 30 int, 30 status resistance. That with the 30% status resistance from the Satanic. I mean, and the 50% status resistance. Like, his status resistance when Enrage is active is probably disgusting. I want to see him activated. 75.5%. That's like almost in no time. Stun lasts no time. All of a sudden with Enrage, he's got the Ag's Blessing, and every 18 seconds, he is basically unkiteable. He gets the kill onto the Grimstroke. They've got the Doom onto the Phantom Lancer. Now they use the Demonic Purge. They'll get the kill onto the Phantom Lancer. He's dead without buyback. They've taken out 3, none of which have buyback. They look over, and they find the Brewmaster. They get the 3 times multicast and the kill. He's got buyback, but will it even matter? Seriously. Disgusting with that Trident. The best item he could have got. 75.5% status resistance. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to stun me with your hoof stomp? That's going to last a fourth of 2.6, so what, 0.4 seconds? Or whatever it ends up being, 0.6? No time at all. Now they'll jump in onto the Brewmaster who just fought back. They'll get the kill. He's gone. And now only one survives, and it's the Nature's Prophet. They can corral him and keep him inside the base. They get the tier 4s. They look over, and the Ancient gets low, down to about half health, and the Dire will win this game.
Victory.
Literal best item. So disgusting. Man, what a game. Shout out to even keeping that game alive. Doom keeping the early game going, especially with the bad start for Ursa. Despite the bad start, ends up being the strongest hero on the map. So, good game by the Dire overall.